Alright, welcome back. Have plenty of cleaning up left to do here on Novice. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, got that timer going. Alright, what is being destroyed? That was a lot of red. While I wasn't looking. Oh. Alright. Okay, let's make sure. Hold on. Oh, some more range. Excellent. Okay, so. Production, global statistics. Oh, wait, hold on. We want to find something. Artillery. Okay. So we are fully consuming artillery at the moment. Ooh, yeah. Spike there in production and consumption. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so let's go take a look at... Oh, yeah. How's that doing? Not enough plastic. Alright, where's plastic coming from? Plastic is coming from... Plastic is... Not enough plastic. Well, definitely not enough plastic. There's a woefully inadequate amount of plastic. I could speed it up. Oh, what was that? Fluid ingredient shortage. Okay, we need petroleum gas. You are fully kicked on. Why are you... As long as this is less than 2,000. Okay. So that's fully kicked on. So, petroleum gas comes from down here. Over here. Great. You are not getting enough light oil. Great. You are just slow. Okay, great. It's not a lot. You are consuming 120. Okay. Your crude kind of stops right about there. So where does the crude come from? Oh, I have a note here. 857. So it looks like it's this block right here. 958. My goodness. Well, the first thing I can do is massively speed this up. Yeah, since I have all the speed it keeps prioritizing me for speed modules. I don't have any speed modules on me. Hold on a second. Alright, because I'm trying to put a bunch of it there as well. Right? Yep. I just need more speed modules. Which over here needs more of these. Which over here needs more. Oh, okay, we're in a little catch-22 situation. Because this needs more plastic and copper. And copper. Boy, oh boy, do I need some copper. Well, first of all, let's just have you force all the copper that way. Yep. Okay, so let's go all the way over there. Alright. Oh, what's that? Oh, okay. So, a bunch of solid fuel coming through here, burning for more steam power. A bunch of rocket fuel being made over here and then funneled all across the map, it looks like. Okay, so I think the best thing for me to do would be to simply, because I don't have speed modules, is to... I'm curious about this beacon though. So if I were to place you here, so power is currently 434 on each of them. Hey, we can save some power. I don't mind that. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's grab this. Why is there so much? Why? Why? Okay, whatever. Let's just grab this portion right here for a moment. That one is... Let's just do this at the moment and we'll go do some cleanup. Okay. So we do need this one here. Okay, great. We have... Okay, that's still coming through. Okay, we have great. Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened. We don't need you. Let's grab you. Okay. Great. Now that should all produce... Oh my goodness. Vulcanus is still... Hold on. Why is this so slow over on Vulcanus? Where is... Oh my goodness, this nightmare. You need blue chips, which... Okay, blue chips are just a nightmare. So we have some inconsistent science, and that's coming from the science over on Novice. I mean, Vulcanus. I'm getting a little... Okay, so what's the hold up here now? You don't have metal science. Even though I... could have prioritized. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna have that. We're gonna do that. So we're gonna go from here to here. Oh, wait, not there. Here to here. You will hold this specific spot. Okay. I'm gonna have you enable disable only if you are greater than or equal to 4. So that's exactly the halfway point, right? So 4 should fit in there. We can prioritize the science portion. Okay. Sounds good to me. How is all of this going? Pretty good. How's it going over here? Pretty good. It's having a little bit of a concern here. Just a little bit of a concern. Oh my goodness. Okay, are we starting to clear stuff at least with all this extra destruction? Potentially looks like it, but it's hard to tell. Got some coverage around and around. Looks like we do have coverage up here and over here. Okay. So. Yep. Now we're producing. How is power doing? Ooh, demand on steam engines has dropped and is being taken over by the turbines. That's good. I should probably also be using solar panels. I got some accumulators. We'll figure that out in a moment. Let's go look at... Okay. Ooh, you're still, every now and again, not getting enough petroleum. There it is. We're definitely not building a surplus, so consumes 120 petroleum a second. What's connected to petroleum? Petroleum is also connected to sulfur, and sulfur is using a lot as well. Okay. 144. So we're using 264. Come here, piece of paper. Alright. Petroleum gas per second. This one only turns on if that turns on. So let's ignore this for a moment and go to the main supply for what should be the main supply. There's this, which also feeds all of this. Okay. So that's an extra 400. Okay. 664. If that goes to full tilt. Okay, then we have the production elements. Okay. So, okay, so this is producing here. We are feeding the light oil back in. Okay. Okay. Ooh, there was a fluid shortage there. There it is. There it is. Okay, it is the light oil every now and again. Okay, so let's take a look at what we're doing right here, because this is the main production. Definitely not enough gas. That's 180. This is consumption. And that's production. Okay, so barely 180 actually, 179. And we're not producing enough heavy oil to fully supply this. And we're not producing enough light oil to fully supply this either. I think we just need more at the moment. Hold on. Oh my goodness. And this is consuming only 180 crude. And the ones supplying it are these ones over here. Yep. And they are producing 958. Okay. So we got a lot of wiggle oil at the moment. Wiggle oil? We have a lot of wiggle room. We need to make a bunch of petroleum gas. Because we need 664, and we're definitely not producing enough. Okay. So I need a consistent... Got a lot of space here. Got some space here. This one goes up to the north. Which consumes all the way over to these ones. Yeah, okay. Let's go work over here. So simple coal liquefaction is not what I would want to do here. So my main options are this one and this one, which would need some steam and heavy oil to produce more heavy oil, light oil, and some gas, but it takes some coal. This one would produce enough heavy oil Interesting. Let's see what we can do with this. So if we do this, okay, and then we take a boiler, I also need enough room so let's consider this at the moment. So if we do this, okay. Okay. And then we have some sort of, this will produce steam. This will produce how much steam? 60 steam a second, and you only consume 10 steam. Can I connect you? Hold on a second. No, I can't connect you, but I can connect you. So I can read the contents. $50 steam, so I could set you up to that way you don't pull excess out. It's going to produce exactly 25 heavy oil. And this is going to turn that into more heavy oil. So right now, at the moment, we just have a bunch. Okay. So right now, this will produce an immense surplus of steam and heavy oil. Okay. Then we just take this. Hold on. We need this. Okay. We're going to bring this up to here, maybe? Okay. Well, hold on. Yeah, I want the one space there. Okay, so we have petroleum gas coming out. That's coming out over here. Now we are producing. Okay, so at this point we need some chem plants. So this one, we want to crack. Yeah, heavy to light. That's the next step. So with a single one of those, slight deficit of 2. Okay. We can work with this though. Yeah, I think we can work with this. Yeah. So, slight deficit of 2. Perfect. Okay, so we have the heavy oil coming up here. So we can also send the water up. So what we could do is that's not really a good spot. Where is it? No, because I don't want petroleum gas coming right out. I could set it right here specifically, and now I need a point to put in water. This spot might be good. Okay, hold on. Let's cut this out. If we put you there. Okay. And then now we bring water up. Okay. So now we got that. So we'll have water here somewhere coming up. And this will produce and that can go all the way up to here. Okay. You know what? I wonder, can I... So we can see kills. Can I see kills by... Okay. So I can see kills by... Does this include nests? Yes. Oh, that's losses. That's losses, not by a machine. Okay. Built, pollution, fluids, items. Okay. Okay, so we want to look at this. So it's stabilizing at 1.7, but every now and again we consume more than 1.7. Every now we drop and dip. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on over there real quick. Right, it's the explosives dilemma. Because there's not enough... Okay, hold on. Where am I making all those explosives again? Over here. You know what? Where is it? It's outside of... Oh, it's just outside. Okay. We'll also put that there. And over here we will request logistic bots. Okay. Excellent. What else could be of use to me right now? Uranium ammo. Flammable damage. Laser damage. Steel productivity. Mining productivity? Not at the moment. Okay. So as I was doing over here, we were producing... Okay, so the next thing is to turn this into gas. You would still have a surplus. Okay. Ooh, no, no, no. Don't want to accidentally click that. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go here, take this out. Okay. So we either want speed in this case, or, well, two of them will. Okay, so two of them will solve the issue. And if we put production in both of them, barely a surplus. Slight deficit. Okay. Hold on a second. We want... Let's wait for a robot to bring that over and see how that looks. But right now, we might also want to double this up to some capacity. How would I do that? Would I want to do it like this? If I do it like this... Okay, maybe. It's a possibility. Yeah, it's a possibility. I could also go at least this far apart to allow some maneuverability around it, potentially. Okay, how are my artilleries doing? How are you doing? Kills, damaged out. Yeah, so they're dealing damage. It's probably just going to be slow. Okay, I have another idea, so... Buffer chest? I wonder if I can pick... Yep, I can set requests. Okay. Request from buffer chest. Something's being destroyed. Okay. I am starting to see slowly clearing it out. This is going to take a while though. Okay. Oh, right. I wanted to... Lost my place again. Request from buffer. Request from buffer. Request from buffer. Okay, so let's see how the math is working out on this. Slight deficit. Slight deficit. Okay. Slight deficit of petrol of the light oil. I think I prefer the slight surplus. What if I add a third one here? Now it's too much. Okay. So let's consider this. If we have currently working with it, please bring me some boilers. Okay, so like this we have an extra 14. Okay. Okay, so slight buffer instead. I'm gonna see how far I can push this. Okay. So you know what? Let's just see what happens. Let's just max that out. Okay. Now, okay, so let's take this out. Slight loss. Okay. Put one back in. Okay. .88. 0.62. 2.12. 67.3. 68. Okay. Ooh, I wonder. Okay. That produced more, but it definitely eats quite a bit there. This minimizes the overproduction. Because this produces 54. So God, that's such an awkward number. Okay, I think that minimizes it. Although we do have an odd number here. Okay, hold on. Maybe this one? It's a pretty heavy deficit. Okay, so let's add 2 more back in there. Okay, a bit more. Okay, hold on a second. It's close. I think I'm going to go with this. Okay. So let's figure out how we place this. So this is going to be the light oil. Okay. First of all, I thought of something that could be useful here. So let's do this. Right to here. Okay. So we'll consider that because that'll be a little better. And then I could put you here and you here. That'll reduce the power consumption. Okay. So then we can go here. Let's put you here. Here? Yeah, here. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. Now that's going to produce 67. And I need 664 total, and I'm currently producing 180. Okay, let's do some quick math. Hold on a second. Calculator. Brain's not working too well anymore. $484 to produce. So divided by 67. Yeah, let's round down and call it 67. That's going to mean 7 of these. Okay, so let's add something here. So let's take this and flip it. So if we put it right here, like this, no, hold on. I think I want a little more space, or do I collapse it in? A little bit of space. Let's go right here. Okay. So I'm going to put that there, that there. And then we also put, connect this to this. Now we have all of this. Okay, so that's 134 now. Yes, still need about 4 of these. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Oh, here. So does that mean I'm getting 70% effectiveness from each one? I think that's approximately right. Yeah. Okay. And then we'll also want to feed this to here. And then I think you want at least... You at least want this. And then we also want to connect those. Okay. Okay. Now we need enough space for power. It's got a pretty good connection right here. Okay, so this covers all the upper ones. But I also need to cover that right there. Let's go down to the lower section to make sure. That does reach. Excellent. Okay. Okay, so that covers everything. We'll probably need to... Hold on. Yeah, we can cut this now. This one... Where does this go again? I might want to just cut this to have space. Yeah, let's cut this stuff to save some space. So all of this stuff can go now. All of you, go away. All of you, go away. All of you, go away. You go away. All of you, go away. Excellent. Okay. And just to give myself some more room, all of you go away. Okay, and then just to make sure, hold on, let's place this down first. So what we want to do is grab this big old thing right here. Grab you. Oh, hold on a second. We are going to have you come up this way and continue onward. That is definitely going to happen. So we need you here. Okay. So the way that continues. And then I want some concrete. Hold on. I have refined concrete. I have normal concrete. Excellent. And I probably have stone bricks as well. It's the largest I can do. I can go all the way up to here. Okay. 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 Then we're going to take refined concrete. Let's go with a 3. Okay. That looks nice. Okay. Oh. Alright, let's, all of this. Include the tiles. Alright. So this is going to be ooh. I'm not sure how good this is, but we'll go with hold on, we're basically turning all the heavy oil in as efficiently as possible is what it looks like. But you know what? We'll just call it a gas array. We will have a no, relative to each other, I think is what I want. Yeah. So create blueprint. Let's open up general production, put it over here. Now, do I have all the modules in place so I can get a proper calculation? Oh, it's almost stuck there. Yes, it looks like. Okay, so let's get hopefully a proper calculation. So this is going to be 134 gas out a second. Okay. Okay. Now, let's take this, cut all of this up. And all of you. Okay, we needed 4 of these. So let's go right here. Well, let's do this from the map. 1, 2, 3. Make sure all that gets set up. Okay. Now we have this going. I would like a nice screenshot of this. Well, we'll wait a little bit. I'll get a screenshot after it's done being built. But thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.